Examples 3, 4, and 5 are some additional practice and examples concerning converting into scientific notation. If you'd like to go ahead and give this a try, go ahead and pause the video now and then come back and check your answers. So for example 3, we need to move the decimal so that it's between the 8 and the 5. And that involves moving the decimal 4 units to the left. So that's going to be 8.5 times 10 to the 4. For example 4, we want the decimal to be between the 8 and the 2, and then we'll go ahead and write the 4 afterwards. And that involves moving to the right 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's going to be times 10 to the negative 5. So notice here when our number was bigger than 1, we did have that positive exponent. When our number was between 0 and 1, we had that negative exponent. For example 5, we want the decimal to be between the 5 and the 6. We don't have to write any more of the zeros, but this involved us moving the decimal place 4 times to the left. So scientific notation would be 5.6 times 10 to the 4. For letter B, we need to move the decimal between the 8 and the 0. So we have 8.04. And to do that, we had to move 4 units to the right. And so we'll multiply this by 10 to the negative 4. For C, we only need to move the decimal over 1 to the right so that we have the decimal between the 1 and the 4. Again, we're always trying to move the decimal so that there is only one number that's not 0 before the decimal. And so here, since we had to move it 1 to the right, we'll have a negative 1 as our exponent. And 2.97 is already in scientific notation. If you wanted to put a power of 10 here, we didn't have to move it at all, and so you could write that as 10 to the power of 0. Anytime you take a number and raise it to the 0 power, that's the same thing as that number being a 1. And so in this case, 2.97 times 1 would still be 2.97. So after we've looked at several of these examples, I'd like you to come up in your own words how you would describe the pattern for how to convert into scientific notation. It can be really useful for you to have your own cues and your own description so that you can take the procedures that we've been doing together and put them into your own words.